Yo, 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 yo. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stream, stream, stream. Dust, dust, dust. Ugh. Big yard. I want to give a big shout outs to Comb for the pre-stream raid. Big precies. Guys, we are killing it in this game. I think probably 2 more weeks, this and next, and then we'll be done. Uh, which is exciting. I don't know if I thought about how fast or slow this game would be before I started playing, but I think it's definitely going faster than I would have thought. Yawn, which is a good thing. I think we're gonna start out today. Last time we finished chapter 3, where I don't know, we were out in the we went to like the spooky zombie land. We did some spooky mansions. We got the wall climb ability. Technically we're still in it because I think we still have to like go through whatever that screen is. But I think we're gonna start out today with some back trackage. Now that we've got the wall jump and the slide, we should be able to do all, if not everything. I think I'm actually gonna. Well, there might be like a high jump. It might be the only thing we're missing. But we'll start wandering. Turn that down a little bit in my ears, or it'll just on in general. We're gonna start wandering. Start clearing off some of these little side areas we couldn't get to before. Presumably, we'll get some treasure keys and chests and slop. That's right. Last time we started going all in our fidget build, which basically just meant I don't know. I just put a bunch of points into fidget for some reason. I don't know why. But we have them. I think this is where that creepy old lady we met last week lived. Cora, I think her name was. I think that's where she lived. Ah. Stupid bush. I can one-shot you now. This should be where the... Yep. Alright. I don't know or remember how big or expansive some of these, little side paths we couldn't go on before are. Oh, come on. Chicken in the wall. I know that's like where it was. But like, you can't even get that chicken. What's even the point? Some of these I gotta imagine just lead to, so we can get that one. Yeah, these things. The little, temple ruin things. Alright, Cerulean Trial number 3. As per usual, we're going to try to see if we can get at least 3 stars now. If I think we can do 4 stars, I'll try. Sis, did you raid yourself? No, Comb did, though. Well, I mean, yes, I did partake in the raid. So, I guess, yes, I did. Huh. I'm a... Oh, I just dropped a bunch of frames. I just look down at my phone. Also, what's up, idiots? What's up, comb? Hate when my chicken bouncing my walls, can't eat. So true. I just looked down at my phone, and it says that it's like searching for like the service. So that had me concerned about obviously streaming. And I did drop like a chunk of frames all of a sudden, but it's good now. So I don't know. I'll just keep an eye on it. Hopefully, it was just a weird blip. Come speaking in tongues again. So we definitely don't want to get hit by these fires, because they do big damage. And we lose points. I don't know how I was supposed to get through that. We got ourselves a little obstacle course here. What did I need, like 6,000? Ah, nuts. That worked out, though. Oh, we are out of time bonus, I guess. Well, alright, so, I mean, we got hit. I think it only took this now. And we can probably backtrack and do some of those other ones to get 4 stars in as well. Oh, a spectral vest. Is this actually better? Oh, it is. Same amount of luck, 30 more defense, and 2 more regen. Nice. It's better than my wrong vest. Objection! Uh oh. Oh, we are dropping frames like crazy. Let's see. Hold. So annoying. What the fuck is happening? Good. Hello? Are we back? Am I good? No. Internet may not be available. What the fuck is going on? Hello? Hello? I'm dropping frames. Oh, I'm gonna KMS. Okay. I think we're good now. Everybody give it a refresh. And then give me a big old hi. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. I think we're good. Hello, hello, testing, testing, hello. Alright, I don't know what just happened exactly, but like my phone was kind of like freaking out with connections to the internet and stuff too. Um, so I don't know. I did drop the bitrate a little, which seemed to help in testing. I've been I've been going at 1800 kilobits these last few weeks, and I dropped it down to 1600, and that seemed to be still keeping it stable. I didn't try 1700, I guess, but. But I think we're good. So I'll just have another fucking VOD to Frankenstein together in a few weeks. Hi everybody. Hi, hello, hello. Hi Snack. Hi Com. Hi Idiotness. Hi Buddy Bro. Hi Pixel. And anybody else? What's going on in Dust today? Well, in Dust today. Oh well. In the meantime, I've regen to full health. In Dust today, we're doing some cleanup. I think we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup before we move on in the plot. Starting off with another one of these temple challengey deals. No, where it's too loud. Turn that back down. Oh, back in the yellow. Hold on, hold. Dropping frames again. Hold. Why, man? We may not be doing anything in Dust tonight. it keeps dipping. Let's drop it again. Yeah, it's like the internet is like dead. Is somebody hacking the internet again? Alright, I dropped it down to 1500. I feel like I do hear rumblings of like wind outside my window. What if I threw one of these in? That could help. I don't know what that creature is. Is that from what's that climbing game? Climber? Riser? It Takes Two? I think it is from that game. Steep? Is that it? Remember watching some of the fellows play that once. Peak? Yeah, that's the one. That's what I mean. Yeah. Everybody refresh. We seem stable again. Medicine drug. Question of the day: What do you guys hear when I'm in the screen? Do you guys hear the music? Cause like I can hear the music clear as day in my headphones. I mean, like it's a little bit quieter, but like the little fucking bit audio mixer like is like not moving. Music? Sound is stupid. How is it here then? Is it too quiet still? No music. What's up, Will? Audio is stupid. Let's run around for a minute here. See if we drop any more frames. Yo, what's up, Tamal? bunny statue is kind of like right-she a little bit. Alright, we seem stable now. I'm not dropping any more frames. Hopefully it was just like a weird patch. Alright, fingers crossed. You guys will tell me, right? I did drop the bitrate down to 1500. I think there's just like a storm or something moving through. I don't know. Oh, well, that took all the wind out of my sails, kind of. But all right, we'll build it back up. At least it's here and not on Ace Attorney. If it was on Ace Attorney, that would be fucking just absolutely stream ending. All right, I think we're good. How are you folks on the East Coast staying warm? We're doing good here. We got a good amount of snow, and we had to do a bunch of shoveling on Sunday, and then a little bit again on Monday. It hasn't been like super cold here, thankfully. It's been, you know, it's cold, it's below freezing. But it's been around the 20s in terms of like actual, you know, feels like, you know, brings it down, you know, like the wind chill and stuff brings it down a little bit. But it's, you know, it's definitely still, you know, it's you know, tis the season. It's not abnormally cold, I would say. But the thing is, you know, it's cold, and it's you know, gonna stay cold for a little while here. So the snow ain't going anywhere for a while, unfortunately. Oh, I see. We just go. And unfortunately, because of where my house sits, like the back of my house, is to the let me think here. Typically, I guess so. Like straight back behind my house would be like south, I think. But either way, you know, so like the sun is behind where our house sits. So like even at, you know, the peak of the day when the, you know, the sun is fully rised, it's still behind our house. So like our neighbors across the street, you know, like their yards always melt like multiple days before we ever start to see any snow melt on our, you know, on our lawn, just because it's covered in shade most of the time by our own house. So the long story short is the snow ain't going anywhere for a really long time. Ow. At least the burn's not doing a whole lot of damage, but we're kind of fucked on this run individually. The other shitty thing about our house is that our house is like right at the I live in like a development, right? So, you know, there's a bunch of houses, and we kind of live on the like bottom like curve of a street. Which means that when the snowplows come down the street and then like around our, you know, around the bend to where our house is, when they're plowing the streets, all of the snow in the plow gets fucking dumped right at the base of our driveway. So, when it comes to shoveling at our house, it's not just about clearing the driveway, it's also about clearing the like 5+ inches above where that stops, and then the snow pile that gets left behind starts. Or based on however much snow there is. So that's always the most frustrating part of when there is snow. Fuck, whatever. Nuts. Trying to take a risk there. And then yeah, of course, it's all dense and even harder to shovel, and then there's already a lot of snow on the ground, so it gets to the point where it's hard to there's nowhere left to put it. Or at the very least, we're just building up these big ass piles that are definitely like my height. Now I'm not like the tallest of guys, but it's definitely like 5 feet of like the pile. We didn't get like 5 feet of snow. I don't know how many inches it was, but that's what we've piled up. But that's what I got going on here. I know that there's rumblings of another storm this kind of weekend that's supposedly coming up, but I think it's gonna miss us. I think it's gonna be more. I think it's just gonna miss us. It's gonna be a little more like south. It's gonna hit more south from where my house is. So hopefully that stays true, so we don't have to pile on even more snow. Hey, Rinslet! I'ma get bullied. What was Snack saying earlier? Not hitting my house? Hell yeah. What did Snack say? Biba beat Abritus, but I didn't beat Defiled Amygdala? Ah, womp womp. But hey, good job, Zebra. If he's here. If he's not, tell him I said good job. Not hitting my house. Tamal, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Hi, Zebra. You wouldn't know what it was like if you got hit in the face with a snowball. Yep. Got him, got him, got him. It does not snow where Tamal lives. And if it does, we're in serious shit. Taking snowballs so that you don't throw her. I would never. My mom was saying that she thinks that sometimes Snowball has like a bad dream or like a scary dream, maybe, because sometimes she'll just be like sitting, like kind of like resting, and then like she'll all of a sudden like get up and like thump, where she like kind of smacks the ground with her back foot, which is what they do when there's like danger. Or they feel unsafe, and then she like ran across the the space to like a completely different area, and so she was thinking she maybe had like a little nightmare or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I I'm choosing to believe it's true because that's adorable. And that she maybe had a little scary bad dream. What do I need? 6K on this? Yikes. But I hope everybody's been doing good. Otherwise, oh, fidget. Oh. Oh, I don't like this one. I hope everybody's been gooch-tastic. Let's just settle for a big score or time bonus, I guess. I don't know. And by big, I mean 2.5 seconds is something. So how much is that gonna give me? We were at like 2,700. So it gave me like 150 points. I don't even fucking know. Whee! Ah, fuck! Well, getting hit certainly doesn't help. This is the worst part. And you definitely need to come get all 3 of these. Like, I'm already out of time! I don't know how it's meant to be done. I don't feel like grinding it out right now, so we'll come back later. Or maybe we won't. Maybe I won't get 4 stars on all of these. I don't know. I don't have to. Snacks being gooch. That's great. We had another rip-roaring good time at Ace Attorney last night. Got the fever. I was thinking about this was a shower thought of like the like origin chapter or case of like all of the like running bits and gags, just to see like what like chapter or like game even maybe like provided the most like sauce. You know, so I was just kind of going through some of that in my head. That's right, that's where we got Meat Boy, right? And we couldn't slide here. I don't know what, if anything, I need these bomb flowers for. But there were some things that I couldn't remember exactly. Like, just off the top of my head, I wasn't sure what case or what chapter exactly Coke Law would have started in. I assume either chapter 2 or 3, like end of 2, beginning of 3 of the first game. And by chapter, I guess I just mean case. But I don't know that for sure. I couldn't tell you when exactly like cock check was established in the first game, or like the Kravak. You know, I couldn't tell you what cases those were. Not terrible. 26 has been great for anyone. It's been a pretty lousy January. Agreed? Let's all agree to that. I'm over January. It's almost February. Let's start over and let's do better in the brewery in February. Oh yeah, idiot. If you didn't know, There's a like a metal detector, you know, like you would go through at like you know, like at an airport, or you know, to enter like maybe like a, you know, like a courthouse. But instead of checking for like metal or like guns, all it does is scan your genitals. And it's impartially because of that that we learned that Miles Edgeworth wears a cravat on his penis. A cravat, as it's known. Yeah, let's send it back. Let's get a refund. And also that Edgeworth talks like the Grinch. He says boxes and bags. He goes, hello, right? Must have missed that stream. That was all the way back in the first game. That would have been years ago. Yeah, we'll do better in the Brary. What were like some of the other things? Come on. I guess I don't know if we maybe I don't know if we declared her an emperor the first time we met her. But you know, case 1-3 would have been the first time we met Wendy Oldbag. It looks like J.K. Rowling would invent. Yeah, but there's more of a sinister application to that. This one is somehow wholesome. Well, I don't know about wholesome, but it's definitely the judge. The judge implemented it. She's one of the 4 emperors of the Ace Attorney universe, idiotness. She's pretty important. I know also it was in 1-3 that I don't remember his name, but there's that slime Grossman in that case. And I think that kind of started the idea that whole courtrooms sometimes had to be like evacuated and like demolished or quarantined. That comes up every now and then. That started there. Salmonella, that's right. How many emperors do we have? 3 named, 3 confirmed. Wendy Oldbag, Damon Gant, and Morgan Fay. Is that a Gintama reference? Nah, it's One Piece. Oh, and Penny Nichols. Oh, she was nice. Meech was also in that case. But that's not a running gag. That was just a cool guy. Here we go. The hell? Can't do that. It's less about policing gender and more about the judge just believes he should know what everyone's genitals look like. Yeah. It's his judge's privilege. 1-4 introduced that fake ass lake. Presumably it would be somewhere either in 1-3 or 1-4 or maybe even 1-2 of the idea of the town being a linear road and that all roads lead through the fucking office / detention center. Yeah, that fake ass gourd lake. Shit was not real. There was no lake. It was just a big Truman Show wall. That was a good bit. Also established in the first game at some point would be the idea of like other characters. I mean, obviously we always had Haru Okumura. She would have been. I don't know when she started. If that was a session 1-er or what. Ouch. I think I have to. I don't know what I have to do to go down on that other screen. Remember this screen? We died like 6 times here because those guys kept fucking getting me. Ooh, yes. Okay. But the idea of like, cause Snack was definitely in the stands in the first game, and other times as well. Would be somewhere in the first game. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Haru, yeah, met Simon Belmont and Hines in Damon Gant's office. I like when you're saying it, I'm like, oh yeah, duh. But like, is that a part of the lore I think about? No. So funny. Oh, you know what? 1.5 gave us? We got Betsy the Bully out of 1.5, out of Rise from the Ash. Ooh, Slide Evolution, also classic. That's gonna be your classic 1-3. Jesus, it's so loud in the caves. Oh yeah, and Cowboy. Well, that would have also had Badger Please too, right? That was also. Did we talk about? Was that where the black hole shoe was? Was that in Rise from the Ashes? And that wasn't really like a running gag, but it does get brought up a lot. I think we talked about blood. I filled in that whole little screen. You guys remember that one? when we were doing the fingerprint dusting, I filled in the whole little screen. Just wasting time. That's where you can rotate stuff. Right. Cause the DS. Who do we think it is? Who do we got? Yo! Young McScrooge McDuck. I don't know what game you're supposed to be exactly. Was there like an Xbox 360 Scrooge McGame that I'm not remembering? He's got a little cravat. He's got a little Edgeworth duck. Edgeworth? Those new mini games were bad for Sis. Well, we got him. Hell yeah. He's fucking jamming out to something. Fidget build. This Astrobot? Yeah, basically. Astro before he was bot. Astro before he was bought. And it's just the VR game, right, Will? Hello, Zik. 2.1 maybe gave us the single greatest contribution to the expanded Steenerverse lore, which was Winston Payne being the father of Kazuichi. That was massive. remember that. I don't remember a whole lot about. Oh, 2-2 would have had gumshoe shortening things. That's a good running bit. Yeah, that waves that continue to this day, absolutely. A family tree that is still expanding. I think that when like there is a PO book like in the plot, right? Or like a book with a little birdie on it. When is the PO book relevant to the actual plot? Is that in Rise from the Ashes? I think I gotta ride the wind? Oh, maybe not. 1-5, okay. But like PO as like an expanded novel series wasn't until the second game. That's when that got much. That's when that really became more of a bit. Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, like the incinerator. Obviously, all of Little Pearly Faye, any of her little bits and jokes we got from 2-2. No, and Snag Jimmy John's. That's in 2-3. Do you remember? Yeah, Jimmy John's is right at the start of Big Top because it's Max Galactica, I think, is Jimmy John or something. There's something like that. Or he's involved with Jimmy John's in some way. But it is in fact Max Galactica. Yeah, the Flanium Whip would have happened somewhere in the second game. I don't know where exactly, if that was maybe 2-3 or 2-4. I don't think that was a right-away thing with Franny. There's other shit to find. That sounds right. That sounds plausible. Whee! Fun times. Stupid people. Obviously 2-4 has the great prison break incident. That's big for the lore and the running bits. That was a nice little shortcut. Whee! Nice, right up to the top here. Oh, I remember this screen. I think this is where we need the high jump, or maybe we might be able to cheese it with this. Yeah, see, there's like something up there, but I don't think I can. I think I have to come back later for it. Yeah, it had lasting consequences. Ron and Desi met during it. Yeah, I think that's my hint. I think I need to I think there is like a super jump. And I think this is my little marker hint on where to do it in the screen. Oh yeah, the $1 billion lamp is, yeah, that's from 1-2. I forgot. I did think of that, but I forgot to mention it now. That's also big. Lasting consequence. Let's see, I need my map. I think going up from here leads to nowhere. I think I need to go up from the left. Yeah, Coke Law would have been either end of 1-2 or beginning of 1-3. I'm leaning towards 1-3 because that's probably when it started saying like Wright and Co. law offices. Yeah, here we go. Oh, dreams are real, yeah. That was the big thesis statement. that was you. Were you here when I said we got Betsy the Bully out of Rise from the Ashes? Huge stream character. Oh fuck! Fun times. I like it. I like playing Ace Attorney with you guys. There we go. You have to like really fucking get in there. Ah, nuts. The wall jump is not the like best. You gotta be like right on the tippy fucking toppity. The tippity toppity, give me my scoppity. My scoppy to Gabon. Fell way behind on the VODs. That sounds right. That was big. Zebra would watch it like Wednesday at work on the park or bench or something. Fuck, I don't know what I'm supposed to even do when I'm in there. This talk about a thorny Jenny or whatever. That's all I'll say about that. Met her in VOD detention. Oh, that's cute. I didn't remember that. Oh, I'd like Emma Sky. She know ta. It killed me. Fuck it. I got stones. Oh yeah, now it's easy. This is the Hollow Knight Silk Song. This is not. Let's make that clear here. Better get something fucking good. Oh, nothing? Awesome. It's gonna be even harder to get the fuck out of here. Ow! I got another flesh sheath. Awesome. Sounded like the cringe even as a kid. Their teacher was scared of them. Yeah. The Mia Fey Accords, obviously 3-1. You know what I like about the Mia Fey Accords is that they really make her feel like the Shanks. You know how like early One Piece you're like, oh, Shanks is just like this cool guy, and then like as the story expands you find out he's like a much bigger player in the world. I think that's exactly what happened with Mia Fey. I think Sis Oda Nomura hadn't planned. He hadn't invented Steel Samurai or the Big Top Circus. Those were whims he came up with. And so naturally, characters' roles have expanded and the series has gone on longer. I think he made her drink or something. Alright, well, we're pretty much done on Abudis Forest, except I don't think I can get that last one right now. At least intentionally. I think there's some keys or something we can get here. I know there's at least one other thing I can't get right now. I mean, I don't know, the Warlords were early on, right? Like, you meet Mihawk pretty quickly. This is the exact screen we want to be on. Up there is where I want to be, though. And I don't know about how I'm going to get up there. Yeah, he had the scream, and then I think Maya maybe stole it. We might have stolen it to pay down the lamp debt. And so it was replaced with ketchup and mustard. A ketchup and mustard rendition. I think there's art of that somewhere pinned in the Discord. I don't know if I can get this right now. Unless there's another way to get it I don't know about. Yeah, might be fucked on this one too. Oh, and that other one is like the crash gem path, so I don't think I can do that yet anyway. Alright. And then I think we're all caught up on backtracking otherwise. Yeah, it was like made from condiments. Mo the Clown was the Zorro to Very Good, whatever his name was. Left She! Literally Left She. I think there's an argument to be made that I don't know. It's hard to say any one case or chapter um, being more important than the other because they all build on each other. But I think 2-3 makes a good argument. How do I get down? Not from here. I don't know. I figured I thought we would start today's stream with doing a little self-sucking. $18. That girl was 18, and you can't convince me otherwise. Tis down here somewhere. 'Twas beauty what killed the beast. Over here. Oh, I think that's where we go. But also there's a thing over here too. Somewhere in this first screen there's a treasure we missed. I don't know how. Ow. Hey, whitefish. Sable. There's some capers. There's some capers on it. You can probably I'll just dust those off. This might be another thing where I need super jump for or something. Fuck. Guys, it's Yapping Wednesday, and we got stuff to yap about. What do you want to yap about first? This is a girthy one. I missed the thing, somehow. Oh, no, I didn't. I think I could probably get whatever score I need on this challenge now to get 4 stars. Ooh, maybe not. Just because we can beat through the enemies like instantly now. I did get hit a whole bunch. I might do another couple of runs. That's right. There's no way to quit this. I can't. There's no way to quit you. You should always be able to quit things. You should always be able to quit night. Let's see. Ah, fuck! I missed a thing. That's big points. And there's still no way to quit. Fuck! Oof. I picked up, last week I picked up the Eternal Life of Goldman in our Fantasy Critic League. I believe it was $14 that I spent on it. To get it. Nobody else bid on it. Could have gone much lower. But that's okay, that's okay. This is a game, if you're not familiar, it was shown off at like a Nintendo Direct, or maybe it was just at like an Indies. Like around this time last year, and it had like a holiday 2025 like release window. But I kept it on my like watch list all year long. I was always checking, you know, seeing when it was gonna pop up again. But it never did. But just recently, it did get kind of a new like teaser trailer, and it's gonna be available. There's gonna be like a demo available at like the Steam Next Fest or whatever, which is sometime next month. So I decided to hop on it because I think that game looks good. It is a like DuckTales kind of like game. You're like an old man and you like, you know, you pogo bounce on guys and you know, it's a platformer. But I think it looks good. So I'm hopeful that it will do well when it eventually comes out. It still doesn't have an actual date, but a new trailer and a demo coming out soon felt like, okay, this feels like the time. If I wait any longer, if I wait till it gets a date, there might be more competition on it. So fingers crossed on that one. I've got a Pocopia counter pick to eat coming up in March, which I'm still nervous about. Because that game could do really well. I just don't think it will. But it could. Alright, let's see. Wait, like almost 17 seconds. So that was the first game I've drafted or picked up so far this year. Ooh, ah, fuck. Well, I'm leaving it there for now. We'll be back. Alright, let's see if I can get this other item that's down. This is like a big drop-down screen. So I think I need to... I don't know what I need to do. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I need to hold left or hold right. I might need to hold right. Oh, red! I didn't think we don't think we had that before. Where does this take me? Here! Okay, good. That's nice. Okay, so let's try holding right this time as we drop down. Oh, fuck! Alright, well, I missed it. But, oh, Jesus! God, when you're in the cave, everything is so fucking echoey and loud. There are rumors of a Nintendo Direct coming up soon. I mean, like, yeah. You don't need to rumor that. There's always one in February. There's gonna be a Nintendo Direct coming up soon. I'm not typically one to look at leaks for things that are going to appear in announcements. I think that's kind of anti-fun. But you know, if that's what you want to do, no harm, no foul. But I don't like to do that personally. But those are always fun. Hoping to see a bunch of things. Like specifically, I want to see more Pocopia, so that I know how fucked I may or may not be when that comes out in terms of Fantasy Critic. I also want to see more of it. Oh, another fucking duck fuck. Was there like a Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Duck Fuck game on the 360 that I don't remember? Well, alright. There's another one. We might go check in on those guys. Disagree with you, don't need to rumor this. Schedule's been inconsistent the last few years. Guys knows that it's coming up. Knows these things. Alright. But like, I don't know. It's about time. But I don't traffic in those spaces. Anyway, so I'll take your word for it. DuckTales Remastered was on the 360. Oh, that sounds right. Speaking of DuckTales, speaking of Old Man Duck, there's also rumored to be a State of Play also coming up sometime soon, which is exciting. Those are shows in which there are sometimes good things in them. Alright, I think we're done on all that now. You know where I wanted to go? I wanted to pop in at the sanctuary. We can see all our fellas, how they're getting along here that we've rescued so far. Oh yeah. Oh, they're doing good. Oh gee, look at the fucking ducks. Look at them back there. Fucking duck punk. You know, I know it's like a duck head with, you know, side profile duck head with like headphones, but it kind of looks like the Monado. Like if you like squint and only have a vague understanding of what the Monado looks like. But I don't know. Yeah, the guys are doing good here. I always like to recap the state of plays on this stream, and you know, Nintendo Directs too. Unfortunately, it seems like the state of play is rumored to be on a Thursday, so fuck. It'll be old news by the time it gets to me. I don't know, it looks like a rabbit to me. Good for the fellas. We're getting like a 25% like health buff. Yeah. From all those rescued friends, which is fun. Alright, I think we're all caught up on all the backtracking that we can do for now. I do believe. Oh, except for this. Yeah, we might as well. Might as well. Yeah, a smooth wet zone. Oh, I think I got like a piece of equipment I wanted to see if it was interesting or anything. That's right, we're still using the Wicked. This warm sweater we got, which is better than our spectral vest. Although it's got one less regen, but like, whatever. Regen is just a nicety. It's not a make or break stat on a piece of equipment. Remember when we were getting stopped like every 5 feet down here? Or was that another area? That was another area. Hey, maybe it was all this area. There's a lot of yapping in this game as I've relearned. I've read more JJK since last we've met, which has been fun. I don't remember what all exactly I've read since we last spoke. Last week, meaning. Yo, raw, agreed. Save your applause for later in the stream when I drop a JJK reference. I think I've gone past where the item. Oh no, I think. Oh no, never mind. Been enjoying that. I am somewhere in the early 30s of chapter numbers. We're in like a school festival joint training thing. They call it a school festival. They insist on using the school terminology. They're not schools, um, and it's not even really a festival. Um, but it's been that's been a fun little arc. I liked the previous arc. I don't know where this item is on this screen. This is as cool as it will get, I believe it. It's just a squad battle arc, yeah. It's a bit of a Chunin exams, from what I understand. I don't know, I haven't read Naruto either. Maybe it's up there. It does kind of look like there might be a way to go up there. I don't know. Well, the Chunin exams are a tournament. Okay. Well, fuck. I don't know. I don't know anything about Naruto. And I didn't read that one. I didn't watch that one. I was not a Naruto. Oh, it was this one. Fuck. I still don't know if I can get that. We haven't gotten like an ability. Unless I like lure one of these fuckers. There we go. Yoink. Now it says the tournament never concludes, which is something JJK would also do, but the structure is a tournament. Ah. I was gonna say I've never really read like a manga arc with like a proper tournament. Like One Piece has one, but like that's hard to. I mean, it's a battle royale. It's not really a tournament. But I've read My Hero. The last part of that, the school festival arc, is a tournament, I guess. Who do I have to suck to get over there? That arc is fun. That when My Hero Academia was still good, yeah. That arc is fun. Let's see. I remember. Oh, I need slide. Okay. It's what I think I maybe I read the Tournament of Power arc in the manga. Because I remember how dog shit it was, or at least parts of it were. So that sounds familiar. That's right, I did. I think that's probably when I started reading the Super manga. Good little stack of keys there for us. Still think all of MH's best arcs are the school stuff. I mean, yeah. Start for a school setting that is actually something. Where the fuck do I go in this screen? Not over here, clearly. Was it on the right side still? I mean, yeah, that's mostly true. I did really enjoy the villain arc, the My Villain Academia arc in MHA. Mostly because I like Shigaraki as a character, pretty much like right up until after that, which is when that character kind of gets assassinated. Um, and I also my one of my favorite characters in that series is Twice, and that is definitely also his arc. Um, is that villain arc? A little attack, do a little touchdown dance. Oh. Beginning and the end, yeah. I don't have much to say on that arc, really. Okay, so there's an item somewhere in this screen. The film was usually one of the peaks of the series. That was, yeah. I mean, yeah. All things considered, I think that was the last peak of the series. Um, I mean, like definitely for me. And then there was still some good, fine stuff after that, but it's definitely. Oh, we could have got this before. Unless maybe we were out of keys at the time. That's absolutely the last peak. Okay, cool. That was everything on the screen. I know the anime like did something weird around that time where they like changed up the order of events or something. Like around that part of the series to like show something before another thing. I don't remember. I don't remember what exactly. A lot of My Hero is kind of a blur toward the end, just because everything just kind of blurs together. I stopped recognizing what are arcs and like when things happen. I'm like, okay, so yeah, there's like the overhaul stuff, and then there's like that school band arc with Gentle Criminal, and like that's a fun fight. Then there's my villain, Academia, and then there's like 7 more years of war arc. Progressively worse war arc. Bleach didn't have a tournament arc? Bleach I know even less about than Naruto, really. Yeah, and it was good. It was good development on the villains. Like it was. It's you know. I like a villain character. Like that's definitely like playing to Sizz is just the idea and concept of that arc. Um, so you know, it was already earning points, but I do think it is otherwise still just like a good fun arc. I like the again. There's lots of really good character moments. That's when you like get the Shigaraki like backstory, um, which is really good. Again, Twice gets a big moment. Who is again one of my favorite characters in that series. I think is maybe my favorite character. All good stuff. It's just a shame that all of it kind of ends up being nothing a little bit. Um, Shigaraki stops being a character. Um, yeah, I don't know. Then the first war arc at the hospital. That's right, there was a world of ruin. Bleach is a peak power system aesthetic. There's not much to know. There's like a soul society. The toga fucking knife. That whole last arc was. And then he couldn't fucking stop writing about Dobby. Oh my god, dude. How long can like My Hero Academia is an interesting piece of media to study. In a how long can you drag out a plot point perspective, because oh my lord, does that go on for fucking ever? And I'm dropping frames. Horikoshi. Alright. Hello? Hello? Am I back? Looks like we stopped dropping frames. I started talking shit and Horikoshi said, eh. You fucking sabotaged my internet. Alright, I think we're good. I'm not dropping frames again, although I'm still like connecting to chat, so my little sidebar, my sidebox chat thing isn't updating, but I can see your guys' message is on the stream preview. I think it's just one of those nights. I don't know if this necessarily has to do with my internet. I think it's just one of those nights. Dobby throttled my internet. That motherfucker would not stay down. He kept getting the fuck back up. It was never interesting. All for One went from like a cool villain that I really enjoy in that like Kamina Ward is that when that what that is? I think I need like a super jump for this. Whenever you know, like right after the forest arc, when you know he and All Might have their fight, to like just one of my absolute woes. I think I'm good again. Ugh, and Endeavor, yeah. Just yeah, that whole like that was half the series. It felt like we tread ground on that like that family and the moral quandaries of it like 5 times. It happened like once an arc. He was the original Coke Beast, yeah. Okay, we gotta go up from here next. You thought he sucked the whole way. I liked him, you know, early on when he was still kind of like behind the shadows. I liked, you know, his kind of the idea of him. But no, he should not have had as active a role in the story as he should have. He should not have been literal Quark baby Jesus. I never went right from this screen? Could I not? Oh, I couldn't. Alright, 8,400 for 4, 5,600 for 3. this is gonna suck to get all of these crystals. Oh, this is not good. The slide where I can only go in so many increments. Oh, this one sucks. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, Dust, you floaty bitch! Is that for if I want to quit early? Hooray. Didn't even get 3 stars. What character was handled masterfully all the way through? All Might, I agree with that. All Might rules. I was looking at my character bingo recently, and it had All Might on it, and I was like, I don't know if I agree with that still, but maybe I do. I don't know. All Might rules. Hey, alright, that's a good upgrade. Well, I want to kind of get at least 3 stars. Ow! That was a stick issue. There we go. Wait, whatever. This is a weird one. Ah, nuts. Might 1, might 2. Not at this stream, but I agree. This is a weird one. He's consumed so much more media since the last one. He's got all of Gintama to include now. And like, I don't know, Kaetegami. Just giving you a hard time. Hooray! 3 stars. We take that. Holding yourself to just 2, that's fair. Except Hornet back on? Hell yeah. Oh, what about Sherma though? What if you put little Sherma Germs on? Alright, that is a good chunk of the underground here done. Do I care enough to get the rest right now? Let's start climbing the mountain. Where's the save point on this screen though? It's the question. Who are the 2 characters? Gintoki and, I don't know, Shinpachi? Oh, you could put little Wako on Snack. I think you could. Katsura. Use one of my teleport stones. Alright, and we got this area to clean up too, but like whatever. Let's start climbing the mountain. Katsura is the will guy of that series. Oh. Cave! I'm going left first, kid. Oh. Chapter 4 is to the left. Revelation! Dwah! This leads, oh, interesting, leads to the same area. Oh, another wall chicken stuck in the wall. Robbing me of my wall chicken. Son, revelation! Alright. I don't know how much mine would change otherwise. You putting like res on yours, Will, maybe? Maybe. Alright. Snow! Mountains! Ah, the Blackmore Mountains. The Winter Summit! Ooh. Let's get some Sid 16 drums in the chat. Wolves! They are tanky wolves too. Putting Dabura from JJK Modulo on mine, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Our fidget build is really coming into play here. Letterkenny scene with the druggies in the past 30 trying to convince the hockey players to join their side. They just keep saying, rips, reps, revelations! I would probably enjoy that series. A little bit of a winter jaunt here. But he's gonna fall. Yeah, those look like the most platforms are gonna fall out from under you platforms of all time. Oh, well, if you want Denji to stay on your list, don't read Part 2. Not that he's bad in Part 2, but that Part 2 is so nothing that it's going to make you think less of him. A little bit of a Sis 16 jaunt. It might also make you think less of him. But I don't blame Denji. I don't really want an XP bonus. I'm leveling up enough as it is. Yeah, it's just that nothing happens in Part 2. That was nice. I like the way they fall and break and sound. That's a good sound. That's like digging up gravel in Minecraft. Mind bend. I've only been able to make this climb once, but I'm not sure if I ever want to return to that place. I think something was wrong with my eyes. It was so rocky and frigid. Or was that blocky and rigid? Oh, speaking of Minecraft. Eh? Oh, mind bend, blocky and rigid? That's probably Fez, right? It's probably our Fez guy. Yeah, there must be like a high jump ability. I've been reading Chainsaw Man weekly, or as weekly as possible, since that series started, and I don't think I could tell you like in order the major events of Part 2. You could tell me any one specific event happened before or after another, and I'd probably be like, yeah, alright. I believe it. I remember that. Who else are we gonna trust in? Gege? We can trust in Oda Sizz Nomura. Isaac. Trust in Oda Sizz Nomura. Or Sizz Oda Nomura? What is it? Is it Sun? Should I do a recap from memory? Ugh. Here's what I remember. Soft drinks! Yay! Yeah! All three of us!
Whoa, what was that?
Looks like the snow hasn't fully settled yet. We should be careful. The slightest wrong move could set off another avalanche.
Don't look at me. You're the one who can't fly.
Oh,
Yes, but you're the one with the big mouth.
Owned, got her.
Hey!
Oh, fidget!
Fidget?
Aw, cutie. Can I be Uchikoshi Zebra Gege? Yeah, sure. Laughed at the JJK slander of Oda. The thing about Oda is that he certainly is not without criticism. And I think there is some very valid criticism that you can make.
So, the great traitor has finally found
Traitor!
lasting peace.
The Great Traitor? You're talking about Kane?
Oh yeah, that guy.
My kind does not utter his name. His actions ended many innocent lives.
Yeah, that guy
While
sucked.
his spirit may be absolved now, we remember only his life and the tragedy it wrought.
He seemed truly remorseful for his actions.
Perhaps he was. Perhaps we were to accept his remorse. This would not bring my family back. Let us not dwell on his wicked actions any more than we must.
Sounds good to me, shopkeep.
Very well.
Oh, birthday cake. Here's something about Oda's female characters that is positive. They get a whole series of screen time. True! Plague oil? I don't think that's any good. 250 plus 1.5 times. I think it's ever so slightly worse. Not much shit we can sell here. Oh, this warrior's pennant is cracked. That's a multiplier on our attack, defense, and fidget. We are never going to find anything better than that, likely. All it needs is regen. Oh, let's see, I have new materials to sell. It's fucking snowing, look at it back there. No. You liking any of the Kyoto guys? I like... I like, I mean, so you know, I like, what's his name, the brute guy who asked, you know, what kind of women do you like? Ooh, a snowsuit. This sounds lovely. 200 defense, and it's better than what we have on. Woohoo! Hooray! Toto, yeah, I like him. He's pretty cool. He's raw. He's funny.
Your transaction is most appreciated.
I like, is her name Miwa? She seems funny.
Hello again.
That broomstick girl. I like that in my head she sounds like Hiyoko. I think that's pretty cool. I'm buying birthday cake.
Your transaction is most appreciated.
I also do. Their teacher seems funny. She's got a good relationship with Gojo. It seems like, or like a funny balance. But hey, now that we're here on the summit, you guys ready to talk about RuneScape? Or we can keep talking about manga. I don't care. I don't know if I have much else to say.
Well, I see a way up, but I won't be able to reach those ledges without some help.
Mechamaru was a Keith, by the way. Raw.
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find another way to tackle this cliff.
I was genuinely looking at his behind the voice actor to like looking at his game roles to see if there were any games that he was in that I would be interested in streaming. I just want to experience more Keith, you know. But there wasn't anything really. Something of a Keith year. That could be fun, right? Utahime, is that the other teacher, or is that the broom girl? And they were all given names. I just, you know, I didn't commit any of them to memory. Oh, these guys. Unless it's One Piece, I'm like, yeah, that's a name. I'm sure I'll get it eventually. I don't know where I got that treasure key from exactly, but Utahime is the teacher. Okay. The broom girl's name is Broom, I see. As Isaac explained. Given that I don't think I've ever heard you guys mention a broom girl, I don't have high hopes for her. Fidget build! Hell yeah. I get names right away, smile. Alright. Then tell me who, I don't know. I got nothing. Can you name all of Hyruden's crew? Can I? I think I can. I like Broom and that she is Broom. That is kind of a cute... It's not her name, but Broom is kind of a cute name. Like, somehow. I think I can name all of Hyruden's crew. We do a little more HP. 2 more level ups for more Fidget. It's because I've forgotten them. Ah, I see. Well, I suppose those are different things. There's Hyrden, Rodo, and Gerd. Okay. Stanson, yep. I actually don't remember the last guy's name. Actually. I forgot about him. What does the other guy look like? He's the guy who has the big tongue shield. He's he's the chef. Might be getting an ability on this screen because it seems like we'll be backtracking. Or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, I also don't remember his name, so it's okay. Somebody will say it and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh fuck! Brought me right into a cutscene. Oh. What the fuck? Get out of here, Ice Crystalman. Fidget build. Not fidget! Silenced, owned. But the one counter to my fidget build. Silence. Ow. That guy was stupid.
Yeah, take that. Meanie.
Oh, cutie.
Don't hold back, Fidget.
Give me my high jump. Double jump! Yo! Oh, yo! It's just like in Hollow Knight. Whoosh. Whoosh. Alright. Double jumpe. Ow. Alright. Love a double jump. I don't know if it's gonna really change everything in this game, Snack, but we have it now. Run, 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 run. Oh, I liked that. I suppose I could backtrack while I'm still near those other screens, but like, whatever. Get them all eventually. I think in good games like this, it changes everything. Alright, guess I'll take that. Oh! Hey, good night, Zebra! Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Need to scratch. Oh, this is a dead end, okay. Are you guys ready to talk about RuneScape? I'm excited. I hope everyone brought their questions. I hope everyone was thinking about questions to ask. There will be a quiz at the end for Isaac and Isaac alone. I didn't ask for questions. I didn't ask for you to think up questions, but you could have. You could have been thinking up questions. Nice. Oh, that's not even how I was supposed to get that. Guys, there was the RuneScape Winter Summit live stream roadmap reveal event this past Sunday. I won't be doing the quiz, alright? F. You're gonna repeat the Sizz grade, you know. And there was lots of fun, exciting stuff. It was big content roadmap reveal for the next, year. Oh, all the way back down here, huh? Bunch of very fun, exciting things in the pipeline. One thing that they got coming up, which is pretty cool. So they do this. They do this. This is the third time they've done this event. But it is a like PvP competition starring like a bunch of the like noted like content creator like community members where they get they have like a private world that like only they can go on, and then they have like a week to like build their account from scratch, build an account from scratch, and then at at the end of the week, then they duke it out in like a PvP like tournament. Which is a pretty cool event. But most exciting is that this year the finale event will be taking place live in like a like a stadium, or not like a stadium, but like an esports event in Chicago, which will be the first I believe ever. I don't think it's just exclusively to old school RuneScape. I think it's just the first ever RuneScape like official like sponsored like event to take place in the States, which is really cool. And I think that's supposed to happen. I don't remember when that's supposed to happen. But it's still really exciting because it's kind of gaining more and more traction, especially if they're willing to do stuff outside of their native UK, which is really cool. I know they Jagex the company also invited like a whole bunch of like noted like content creator like community members, flew them out to their their studio in England. It's somewhere in England. I don't know where exactly. For I don't know what they did. I think they showed them all of the like. Oh, here we go. This looks like something. Oh, the controls are reversed. This is fun. I gotta pay attention here. Where am I? Is this? I think this is where I need to be. Okay, this looks good. Sure, that worked. Yep. Yeah, this is the Fez area. Okay. Sure. Oh, there's the cage. I gotta work for this one. I hope I have the keys. I think I maybe know where to go in this room. That makes sense. That seemed too easy. Figure out where the fuck I can even go from here. I don't think I've ever appeared on that like bottom center screen from in here. I need to go back in here, I guess. I gotta kind of lock in and pay the fuck attention. Am I trapped? I think I might be trapped in here. Okay. Wait, what if I just walked to all the way to the left? Have I done that before? I've tried. Still takes me there. Here's that tree. Are we sure it can't do anything from in this screen? No, definitely like locked. Oh, I can drop through that. Oh, alright, well that changes everything. Ah, okay, I made it out. Whew, that was an ordeal. I wonder who this could be. So I do my QTE buttons. Yo! Oh, he's a little. He looks so cute like this. Oh, that's a little Feziel. I have not played Fez. I like him though. I did put it on my PlayStation wish list though. Oh God, we're back. Okay. Yeah, I probably would. Although I'm not sure how to get out of here now though. Oh, there we go. Now that I've learned I can go through floors. In here. I did not like it, okay. Are the controls reversed in that game? Am I going the right way or the wrong way? I think this is the right way to leave. I don't know why the controls are, like, reversed. It's gonna be an I only ever feel stupid snack game. Well, alright, well we got out of there, so that's good. What was I saying? Oh, so they invited a bunch of, like, the content creators. And by invited, I mean they like flew them out, like, you know, to their studio, and then, you know, presumably they showed them like all of the stuff that was in the Winter Summit, and this was both for like the main game and OSRS. So like they showed them that stuff like a little bit early, and I don't know, presumably then they had talked or whatever, asked for feedback. You know, I don't know what the fuck they did. It's all under NDA and shit. But like that's cool. This is definitely a game that doesn't necessarily live and die by the content creators, but it certainly is thriving because of them. Especially now. In this era of kind of like really increased popularity and surge in player counts. They definitely do a lot for just like, you know, spreading awareness and brand and shit like that. You know, there's always people in like the comment sections of like popular creators being like, I don't even play this game, but like I love watching the like this series that you do of it, this like hyper specific series that you're doing. So, you know, shit like that is just, you know, good for them. So that was one of the big kind of first things they talked about. They talked about the next League game mode, which is it's Demonic Pax is the theme, and that's actually coming out in like April is when that's gonna happen, which is really exciting. So that's, you know, very soon. Typically they have, like, in the past, this is the 6th one of these that they've done, and they have always kind of happened around like November, October. So this one's a lot earlier, which is fun. But I'm very excited for leagues. They're always a blast.
Sorry, Gus. I don't think you're double jumping over that. Stupid avalanches ruin everything. Go ahead, name me one good thing an avalanche has ever done.
It slowed down the Hun army in Mulan.
Well, now that you mention it, this might be a crazy idea, but maybe we can clear some of the snow off of that mountainside.
Get a shovel, Fidget.
You mean make another avalanche?
That's the idea, yes.
You're crazy. I love it.
Really? Do I need to be the voice of caution here? Need I explain how creating an avalanche puts us all in danger?
It's really the only way, Ara.
It's really the only way, Ara. The talking sword has a point.
Yeah, Ara, it really is. Is it?
It is.
Very well. Let's do this thing.
Let's cause an avalanche. Quest updated. Thousands will die, Dust. It's the only way. Oh, wall chicken.
Well, that did something.
It sure did. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we find another one.
Huh?
That obviously wasn't enough. We need to break more pillars.
Fidget, I think the bitter cold is creating lapses in your judgment.
That is ridiculous. I'm perfectly...
Oh, she's got the sniffles.
Ugh.
Aw. If you don't know, leagues are temporary game modes that usually last like 2 months or so, where you, for fuck's sake.
Dust, be careful. Watch overhead.
Yeah, all right. You don't gotta.
You are shaking loose.
Thank you for that, Aura. They are temporary game modes that where you get like super boosted like experience rates. Everybody starts on a fresh character. Everybody is an Iron Man, so nobody can like trade with each other. So there's no like player trade. You get super boosted experience rates. There's usually all kinds of like super powered relics or like upgrade buffs that you can get that just let you be overpowered insanely quickly. They usually they have started doing these so that you are like region locked. So you start in like an area, and as you do more like tasks, which are like simple things from just like kill an NPC, or more complex things like chop down this high level tree, and like as you complete tasks you get task points. As you get more points, then you kind of fill up the meter to unlock other things, including regions. And they usually only let you pick like 3 or 4 of the like 9 or 10 like available like regions. So there's always a lot of like theory crafting, especially based around like, oh, what do you want to what do you want to accomplish in the league? What kind of bosses do you want to fight? Or like you look at like some of the power-ups and like the relics and stuff they give you. Oh, what is this? Quest updated snowflakes. Oh, is that? I've acquired a cooler that would be ideal to store some snow. All right, neat. So there's always a lot of like fun like theory crafting, about where you want to go, things like that, what areas you want to unlock. And now the last several of these have always started in the same area, but this time they're saying that we're going to start in like a different area, which will be interesting. So that kind of like shakes that up a little bit, which is cool. They also kind of clarified that the new sailing skill would not be in this next league.
That's 2.
That's 2.
Not enough. Not enough. We'll need to find more if we're going to clear away that snow.
We really should get you someplace warm, Fidget. I think you're coming down with something.
Hide under my cloak.
Never.
She's got snow madness. Oh yeah, so they said that sailing would not be in the next leagues, which is good. I, in particular, was really worried about how that was gonna like function in these kind of game modes, especially with how the like region locking kind of like stuff works. How it was gonna like interact with other things. But they were like, no, like we don't want it to be. Oh, I love this creature. We don't want it to be, like the skill just came out. We don't want to give players like, Jesus Christ, we're back to enemies that kill me in one fucking hit. We don't want to give the player like the ability to, get, to max the skill out like really fucking quickly. It kind of like takes away from the like progression of the skill a little bit. and then presumably because they also don't know what the fuck they're gonna do about how that skill will interact with these kind of game modes. So that was good to hear. The theme is very like demonic and demon centered. That's very cool. They put together this like cool trailer, a lot of like pentagrams and shit, which is fun. So I'm really excited for that. Leagues are always a blast. They're really fun, just because again it's like this cranked up game mode where you can get uber powerful like really quickly. You know, you can fly through. You know, you get like you start out with like a 8 times experience multiplier, and like you get better and better multipliers up to like you know times like 30 or you know something. This was the most. There's something down here of all time. So it helps you really like fly through the game quickly. And then again, you get a bunch of like superpowers and shit that ultimately just kind of make it the perfect opportunity to learn and like do new mechanics. So the last league, or the last time there was like an uber powered event like this, I took the time to learn a couple of like high-end like PVM challenges that I'm like not quite ready for like on my main character, just to kind of like learn the basics. Now like in these game modes, you know, you usually cranked up with powers and shit, so it's like, you know, you're not getting the true experience because enemies are only doing like, you know, a fraction of the damage to you because you have just really good defense, or you know, you're just having like, you know, 500% increased DPS just because of the like unique bonuses and stuff you can get. But because of so many, you know, like so many bosses are kind of designed around like really punishing like mechanics that you like have to get right, or you know, you take like lethal damage. So they're, you know, they're not like there's still like value in like learning some of the basic mechanics of some of these late game bosses and like PVM encounters, which is really fun. And then there's usually a bunch of cool like cosmetic rewards and stuff that you can like claim with points depending on how well you did. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that's going to be in April. There'll be a little bit more. We learn about it as time goes on. They always like drip feed the like all the like unlocks and stuff that you get. They kind of like reveal them like every day or whatever, which is always like a fun kind of like countdown to the event. You know, something to look forward to every day where you learn about like, ooh, okay, what's this new thing? You know, how is it gonna, you know, okay, like how's that gonna factor into whatever plans I want to make or whatever I want to do. So that's fun. I am really looking forward to that. I don't know where in this room I missed an item, however. Oh, there's something up there. Don't know how to get up there. Maybe from another room. So that's like April, which is fun. We also got our look at the at a new upcoming quest, which is the finale to the vampire storyline, which is a classic story. It's a really cool one. I'm very excited about it. It seems like we're probably going to differ pretty significantly from how that storyline goes in the main in RuneScape 3. Just because at this point in time where we're at in the story, there was still like 2 more quests to go in the main story, so it seems like they're probably going to combine a lot of that or maybe change a lot of stuff. So that'll be like fun to see. I always like to look at those kind of like lore differences. But other than that, they mostly talked about the kind of like reward space that's going to come after the quest, which is a brand new, like pretty big like sized region. And I think the most interesting part of it is I have a lot of hot dogs. Is that it's not in the like main game like world, which is something that RS3 does like all the time. You're always going to like different like planes, like different like dimensions in the like universe. Like the elves have like a home world where they come from, so like you go there and some quests and like other shit like that. Um,
Your trend. Watch your.
so this will be the first time that like we're kind of doing something similar to that in OSRS, which I think is really cool. And also it's an area that does not exist in the main game, which I think is even cooler. I kind of talked a little bit about that last week, um, about how it's fun when we get stuff um, before the other game. um, but it sounds like really cool. So it's the vampires like original like home world. Oh, 3 of these guys. So it's very blood themed. They're silencing my fidget build, these fucks. My one weakness. It's very blood themed. They showed off a lot of like concept art and like flora and fauna and like enemy models for like the creatures and stuff. Like blood rivers and the fucking the blood trees. All the like fucked up creatures that live there. Jesus, this is rough. So there's going to be a couple of new like skilling activities. There'll be a new kind of like tree to chop down, some new like a new fishing activity, and a new like hunter activity.
That is a lovely singing voice.
Was it? It was fine, I suppose.
Stop, Fidget. Just stop.
Oh, I think I'm coming down with something.
Yes, it is. Figured that out on our own.
Sort of sick of this shit.
Come, Dust. Let us continue.
I threw a lot of hot dogs in that fight. And then there'll be a bunch of new, combat things. A couple of new like creatures to fight, and a new like very like end game level or like very high level boss to fight. That's gonna drop some cool things. One of which I'm like a little concerned about because it feels a little power creepy. Actually, it's not even from the boss. Actually, it's from the woodcutting activity, where they're introducing this way to like take your arrow. For fuck's sake! I guess we caused the avalanche.
Wow, that definitely did something. Come on, let's get back to the surface.
Snack, wipe that smile off your face.
Be careful, Dust. I sense a powerful presence has been stirred by your actions.
Yeah, it's me.
Let's not keep it waiting then.
With these new like trees, these new like blood trees, they're introducing, or like, and by introducing, they've proposed a thing, a new thing. It for people to vote on. If you don't know, every like major content update in old school RuneScape gets voted on by the players to see if it gets added or not. If it doesn't meet the threshold of like the voting percentage, it doesn't get added. Nowadays, most things pass, and I kind of think the polling system is a little
Transport Bopo's snow down from the mountain.
is a little unnecessary, but whatever.
All right, give me a second. Great.
Sometimes it
I should
helps.
Keep it cold for Bopo. I'll be sure to give it to him if we ever find ourselves back in Mudpot.
Oh, and I'm sure we will. 92%. Jesus, we have jumped up in save or in completion here. We might finish tonight. I don't know about that, but this certainly is the last chapter. Sometimes the voting is nice, like in an instance where they get a lot of like, they see a lot of negative feedback on a thing, then they're like, okay, like,
Onward and upward.
let's talk about it. Like here, you guys didn't like this about it. You know, they're very open to discussion. They listen, you know, they look at all, you know, like the Reddit and, you know, Twitter comments and things like that. They pay attention to community.
You thought this was a bad idea.
Millions are dead, Fidget. Well, maybe not millions, but I'm gonna tell you it's millions. And I don't know. I wonder if this is gonna get, if this will get reworked or if this is not gonna pass. Just because it seems it's very like power creepy. So what it is it's basically a new type of like arrow shaft. So when you make arrows, regular, you know, wooden arrows that you fire out of a bow, you know, there's three components. You fletch a you know, a log into the arrow shaft. Then you add the feathers, and then you add like stronger and stronger types of like metal bars onto them. It's bronze, steel, or no, bronze, iron, steel, mithril, adamant, rune, dragon, amethyst. And you know, it's a pretty, you know, the higher the tier, the more damage they do. But what they're proposing is basically a new type of arrow shaft. This like blood shaft that you can attach to, or you can either like retroactively apply it to like a stack of existing arrows, or I think like you can just build them from scratch. And so then they're just going to be like better versions of whatever tier arrow you put them on by a little bit. So like, you know, you could strengthen your, you know, the bronze arrows, which are like the weakest anyway, to be, you know, a little bit stronger. If I don't die here. And things like that. Like that's what, like, so I'm like a little, because it just seems like, okay, so we're just creating like stronger variants on all, like every single arrow in the game. If like, you know, no downside, you know, no other thing, like they're just stronger, they're more accurate, they, you know, and they're gonna make you do a little bit more damage. Like now, one way or the other, I don't care if they get added, but it just feels like something that's probably might get walked back in the future, just because of how like direct it feels. They're gonna make me go all the way around again. Blood shaft, you say? Yeah, a little bit of a blood shaft. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if those end up passing. But the big like boss that you can fight in this area is also gonna have a couple of cool drops. Like from the quest itself, there's gonna be a couple of new like melee weapons that are kind of one at least is an upgrade of an existing weapon that you kind of like have been persistently kind of upgrading throughout the series. It just, you know, it's like your vampire killer weapon. So we'll get like a new, better version of that. Another kind of like probably be like Ranish Draken, who is like the main vampire villain. It'll probably be like his weapon because they're not saying what the name of the weapon is. And that sounds pretty cool. And then like from the boss of the post quest region is also going to drop a new cool melee weapon. And they'll also drop a component needed to upgrade your existing best in slot like ranged necklace item to just a straight up better version of it. So there'll be a new kind of like best in slot range piece of equipment, which is neat. Yeah, we are. I am loaded in hot dogs, but I am swimming in wall chickens. I got almost 60 of these. But all that's very exciting. I'm very excited to explore this like new region, and even if it's just like skilling and PVM content and stuff for now, I'm always excited about like the lore and what it could mean for future storytelling and things like that. That kind of stuff is always very exciting to me. If you don't know, so the reason the game has all this polling shit is because of how bad they fucked up the main game, where they added microtransactions and they changed the like fundamental playstyle of the entire like game, which is the Evolution of Combat update. Um, they, you know, like with these massively like unpopular changes, around this time they also got rid of like the PvP like hotspot area. So there's this whole region of the game called the Wilderness, and in the Wilderness, it's open PvP. Like, in addition to, you know, whatever creatures and monsters are, you know, in there, as long as you're within like a level bracket, like any other player can come up and PvP you, and fight you. So like player killing, you know, that's that was like a huge like, you know, draw and lore. But then they got rid of that in like an update. So they did a lot of really unpopular fucking things and like really changed the game. And you know, that's why the community is split, because then eventually they were like, hey, look, we found this like old backup copy of the game, like as it existed in 2007, which was like right before they started like really adding all of these like stupid fucking changes. How would you feel if we like brought back the game like as it was back in 2007? Like, you know, none of this new shit that we know you don't like. You know, vote in this poll, and if it gets like 100,000 signatures or however many it needed to be, then we would do it. And then that was like incredibly successful and popular, and people were playing it. So then they were like, okay, what if we do some changes? You know, like what if we add like this bit of existing content that like is in the game files, but it wasn't quite released at the time of the backup. Like, should we add this, you know, little piece of content to the game? You know, do you want to vote on it? So that's why the like voting system exists, or existed. Initially, you know, it was, you know, to help preserve, you know, the idea of this like classic, you know, RuneScape version that, you know, everybody who was playing this like grew up on playing, and left because they didn't like all the changes. And it certainly, you know, there was a time when that polling feature, I think, you know, was, you know, warranted. They were very scared about like, you know, introducing some super unpopular thing that was going to cause a mass exodus and people were going to leave, or, you know, some stupid fucking mechanic. But I think it's, you know, we are, you know, 10 years almost, I think, at least, if not more. I think, no, definitely more, because I think 2013 is maybe when the OSRS servers started. You know, like, they have, like, such a core, like, you know, like, even, like, at the time when it first started, like, they had, like 4 guys that were, like, working on it, and they didn't have, like, any, like, resources. They couldn't create, like, new assets, because they had, like, no budget and no money. It was like, okay, if we want to add something new, we need to like dig through the files and see if there's any like existing like art that we can repurpose for something else, because they just like they didn't have an art team. But like now they've got a whole ass team, you know, they have budget, they have, you know, much higher player counts than the main game. It's pretty well established, so I don't know. A part of me is like, I don't know if we need to pull every little fucking thing where it's like, you know, should we allow this quality of life change that like, of course everyone's gonna want, but like, because there was a time when people were afraid about making any change to this, you know, pristine classic version of the game that existed. Every little thing has to be like pulled. Now they don't pull every little thing. They kind of like update. There's like a whole charter. They like updated it to be like, okay, these are the things that we're gonna like just do, mostly like game integrity things. Like if we find out some like there's some game breaking cheat or something, we're not gonna like pull, should we get rid of this? We're just gonna do it, like shit like that. But I don't know. I don't think the poll system will ever go away just because of how OSRS to the core it is. I mean, and they even like started doing that. It's basically what they did in RuneScape 3. A new CEO took over the company, and like his first big initial push was like, All right, we're gonna get rid of microtransactions. This will probably be important for later, and I'm never gonna remember that this is here. Presumably this is braid. I guess I need some kind of an hourglass. I don't know if I need to just like stand still here, maybe. I might just stand still for a couple of minutes and see if anything happens. So like the main game got rid of like all those they voted to get rid of all those microtransactions and like a bunch of other goofy stupid shit like just recently. So it's, you know, it's definitely popular. Anyway, so that's that quest. It did get pushed back to like a summer release. It was supposed to be like earlier this year, but they pushed it back, which is a little unfortunate. But oh well, it'll come when it's ready. So I'm really looking forward to that quest. It's supposed to be, you know, a Grandmaster difficulty, which is the same tier of difficulty as that quest I streamed on here back in October, the While Gothic Sleeps quest. So it's going to have similar kind of intense combat, and it'll be lengthy and things like that. So definitely looking forward to that. It's very, yeah, I mean, it's a very unique, you know, system. Like, it's, you know, there's no game out there like old school RuneScape. You know, no one else is doing it like them. And it's why every year I think it's a genuine snub that it isn't like recognized or like nominated at like the Game Awards for like community support or, you know, things like that, or like best ongoing game. You know, for what it is, which is an MMO, and like the things it does, and the fact that it's like competitive in player count with, you know, FF14 and WoW, I think is definitely something to be commended. It is very cool. They did a big sailing individual roadmap for that skill. We kind of talked a little bit about that last week, about how they're going to focus on like the combat, which doesn't like feel great, and then just other kind of like tweaks and updates. They're going to kind of continue the quest series that they started, where you there's these like, this is like race of turtles that they introduce, which are, and they are adorable. Where we're gonna continue to help them in their plight. We're gonna learn more about that. That'll be fun. They also kind of teased the continuation of an existing storyline that will happen via sailing, which is exciting. There's a couple of possibilities that could be. I love the idea of continuing storylines that they haven't technically haven't been touched since they like released in like 2004, or you know, 2005 or whatever. That like they just haven't done anything with, that like have been resolved in the main game. Like that'll be fun. They talked about so they held a competition for a player designed island to be added to the game, and so they revealed the like 4 finalists, and they kind of like talked about like, okay, look here, you know, here was the pitch that they sent us, you know, like, look, they like drew this map, and like, you know, they did concept art, and they like pitched ideas of like, okay, here's what you're gonna do on the island, like, you know, if you need to do a quest to unlock it, like what's the quest gonna be like, you know, what features are on the island, is, you know, like a couple of them have boss fights, and like what kind of gear they might drop. So they showed those off, and I looked through those, and I looked through the ones to vote on. Like that's a fun thing to vote on. Like, again, there are some things where voting I'm like, yes, like that's good. This player designed island competition, where we get to like pick a piece of content that a player, you know, created, to be added to the game, that they, you know, will then, you know, work on and develop and, you know, tweak and stuff. Like that's really exciting. And they've done that a bunch of times. They've put there's a number of like player created like ideas and submissions, either small or large, that they always put in. But that specifically is exciting, just because it's just like, it'll be a whole big piece of content. Most of the islands had like a quest or like a PVM or a stealing activity, and they all sounded really cool. The finalists that they picked. So I'm looking forward to seeing what wins that and when that will come out. Let's see. They didn't talk about it actually at the summit, but there was like a dev blog about it, of this new like very like incredibly early game, like within the first few hours of gameplay, free to play boss that is like this cow. I guess there's gonna be a new quest and a new like cow boss to fight in an early game area, which I'm kind of excited for, just because I don't know, it sounds silly and funny. There'll be a new quest that kind of introduces it, some of the items and shit that it drops, like which will never be useful for me, just because I'm way past that point in my account. But I think it's always fun when they add like free-to-play stuff. And this just specifically sounds just really kind of funny, of just like, yep, like, cause fighting cows, like, I don't know, like if you know anything about like RuneScape, it's maybe like, if you played it as a kid, you probably remember like cutting trees and like fighting cows. Those are like the two things. So it's kind of cute to see them kind of take this idea and like make this kind of funny cow boss for very early on accounts to like fight. So that'll be fun. They didn't think they had a date for that. But I think that's gonna come out sooner than later. So that's fun. Let's see. I talked about the leagues. I talked about the quest. I talked about the sailing. Oh, I thought there was gonna be something over there. Running low on hot dogs. I think that's almost everything. And then the last big one is the next raid event, which they talked a little bit about. They revealed the name. It's the Fractured Archive, I think, or something like that. They kind of there was another like cinematic kind of trailer for it. They kind of revealed, the kind of basic lore about it. They kind of revealed like where it's going to take place. One of the requirements for it will actually be that While Gothic Sleeps quest that I did on stream back in October. If you watched that or were there or remember anything about it, we went down into this like underground chamber, and we did like some puzzles, and then we fought a big boss or two. I think the entrance to the raid is gonna be down in there somewhere. This seems suspicious. So that's kind of cool. It's like very close to like this kind of like traditional like where you spawn in when you first make a new account. It's right kind of under Lumbridge. This seems like something for a hidden character, but I don't know what I need to do. I don't think I've gotten a note. We did that one. I still don't know what this cafe thing is. We did the Rose one. We did the Spelunker one. Oh, this is... The words can be barely made, but it seems to say, travel far to the north, away from this place, in the highest peaks of the Blackmore Mountains, await the soul carrying a red crystal. Okay, that'll be important. Oh, that's the bridge area. We were in there earlier today. Oh, we did this one today too, jumping far to the right. Leap of Faith, we did that one. Oh, there's like a little bit of a... I think it's just part of the rock. So they kind of, did a little teaser trailer. They kind of gave a little bit of info about it. Not a whole lot. It's not coming till like the end of the year still, so pretty far away. But the theme and the kind of concept of it sounds really cool. It's kind of about one of the major kind of gods, Gothics. It's in this archive full of knowledge and shit like that. So that'll be cool. There was this like big like floating skull thing that they kind of like showed off in the trailer and in some of the concept art, which is very evocative of that god in particular in a couple of different ways. So like that's kind of interesting. I wonder if like it'll certainly be one of the bosses, or at the very least a big like narrative figure of the dungeon. It may even be the final boss of the dungeon. But that'll be fun whenever that comes out. It'll be like the second raid that they did, which mostly is entirely just kind of combat focused. The other the first and third raids have like puzzles or like skilling challenges kind of in them as well. But the second and now this fourth one will be very exclusively like BVM focused, just group bosses, which is fun. They kind of talked about like some of the things that they want to do about like within the first a couple of weeks, like they're gonna have it so that like if one person wipes, then like you lose. So like until like a team like successfully beats the raid without wiping, then like after that, then they'll kind of like change the way it works, like things like that, to kind of make the like world's first like race competition or whatever a little more interesting. There we go. I need you. But they were sparse on other details. Oh, this is gonna be one of your classic elevators here. Ah, nuts! And I absolutely need that bomb. And I think that was pretty much it. Oh, that guy is getting fucking juggled. Oh, bro, it's so over. But overall, I'm very excited. There's a lot of fun stuff in the pipe work that I'm very excited for over the next year. Oh, they also talked about like they do this thing in the summer called like summer sweep up, which is where they kind of work on like miscellaneous like small projects, a lot of like quality of life things, or like it was either last summer or the summer before that they introduced this like kind of elemental magic weakness system. So the game has always had like air, water, earth, fire like magics types, but like until recently those magics were nothing more than just like flavor. Maybe in like a few circumstances there was reason where I think like some NPCs were like, okay, you want to use like the fire spell on this, but it was not like a standard. So they like that was part of one of the things they worked on, was they kind of introduced, okay, well, what if what if there were elemental weaknesses? What if like all the ghosts in the game were weak to the air magics? What if anything made of ice was really weak to the fire magics? Fuck! This is gonna be annoying. Because if I fuck up, I have to wait for the thing to float all the way back up. So like that was one of the things they worked on, which was like, and like that's a cool update. Now there's a little bit more, it kind of expanded the game design space where like, okay, now we can design like boss fights and like rewards that kind of play to these effects, where it's beneficial to maybe use an earth spell which is not something you would like ever cast otherwise before that. Because before that, it was just like, well, you know, the fire spell is like always the last one you learn of the 4, and that's the one that does the most damage, so that's the one I'm going to use. Or like before that, it's like, okay, the air spell, it's the first one you learn of, you know, that combat tier. That's the one I'm going to use until I unlock the fire spell. So that's a really good update and change. Like, that's the kind of stuff they kind of do during these like summer sweep ups. So they were like, yep, we'll do. Fuck me. We'll do another one of those. We know they're popular. Like this past summer, they kind of reworked the Slayer skill and changed a whole bunch of things with that, which were very popular changes. So it's always good, like quality of life or like mid-game like updates, design space works kind of things. So those are always fun. I think that was pretty much it. I was very pleased with all of the announcements. I'm very much looking forward to them coming out. I definitely logged on today and made sure to vote in the poll for everything that they discussed and voted pretty much yes on everything. I especially wanted to make sure I voted in the player designed island thing. Fuck me. Love me some elemental magic systems. No, for sure. I love an elemental magics. You know, you get a bunch of elements. Some are strong, you know, on others. You know, maybe there's a triangle or a circle. That's gonna be your good fucking shit right there. Wait, that's not what I want. Or is it? Oh, okay. Last level up was a fidget level. Guess I'll do defense. They also did a similar thing for ranged damage, where they added a couple of like categories to that. Before it was all just like one singular like ranged attack style, but then they kind of split it up so that like arrows and like knives that you fire, or like knives that you throw, or like darts that you throw are like one type of damage tier, and then there's like if you fire bolts out of a crossbow, like that's like another type of like damage space. And then there's like a third if you like fire like a javelin or, you know, like heavy ranged ammo. So they kind of created more of like a play space for range, so they can do kind of fun things with defenses and design spaces and things like that. Because Melee has always had that. Like Melee has always had crush, stab, and slash like attack styles. So they kind of like did that for the other two combats, which are good, which is fun. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I haven't really been paying attention to some of these things we've been getting. Do I want this? This is less HP. Better everything else. 2.5 times fidget. The fidget build is fucking coming through. This is just better in every way. Look at our fidget stat. And fuck it. I don't care about the 1.5 times gold. Look at this fidget stat. Who needs attack when I have almost 1,600 points of fidget damage? What does that mean? I don't know, but fidget build. 93%. Should almost consider stop streaming now. We need to keep our peepers pop for like a lady with red jewels or something. I thought there was another town up here, genuinely. Before we did this, I thought there was like another town. And maybe there is at the top of the mountains. But I would have sworn that there was like some NPCs and stuff that we talked to up here. What's fidget casting? I don't know, lightning, fire sometimes. The fidget is whenever I do like the magic, like this. Whenever I do the big fire pillars or the electricity or little like water blasts. That's what the fidget stat is for. Just had to check. I just tried to like Silk Song Bard Glide. I pressed B a third time. Fidget build. Specifically because I was jumping with the wind and I like wanted to like fly over. Guys, I finished. Oh, that's another big thing. I finished Silk Song 100%. Finally finished. Finally finished that this last week. I don't remember what day I finally did that on. I think did I added it to my list, I think. I mean, I know I did. I think I actually I don't know, I don't want to talk about it too much because I know Comb wants to stream it. But I had put Silksong into my like finished games list. But then I decided that no, I actually had in fact not completed the game yet. Now some people might say that they completed the game there. I had not. And I would argue they hadn't either. But that's neither here nor there. So officially now I can finally say I've beaten the game this year. Finished that 100%. Did all the things. Fought all the bosses. Explored everywhere. Took me somewhere in the 90 hours region. Somewhere between 90 and 100. I think closer to 90 than 100. That's an immaculate super game. It was $20, by the way. Don't forget. Never forget. Hollow Knight Silk Song was $20. And there's DLC and it will be free. This fucking snowstorm, though. But I enjoyed the hell out of that game. Very, very, very good game. If you liked the first game, you will like the second game. If you didn't like the first game, I don't know what to tell you. Oh fuck. Minotaur. Fidget build. But now I don't really know what. I'm still playing Bloodborne. Making progress in that. I'll probably be done with that by the time the next Wednesday stream happens. Well, I don't know about. I mean, I can easily finish the main game. But I still, I'm gonna do the DLC too. I haven't decided. I did start to dip my toe in the Chalice dungeons. But I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way on those. It's just not really something I want to do. It doesn't really spark joy. I've done it before. If it weren't for those fucking defiled ones that you have to go through to like get to the final boss of the Chalice dungeons, I probably would. But those defiled dungeons are not good. That's bad. Those are bad. I don't like those. They're unfun. In a why, like, it's not even new content like kind of way. It's re-fighting a couple of bosses you've already fought, except now they have more health and you have half of yours. It's not a fun experience. Snack's still working on Defiled Amig, yeah. What the hell are these blue crystals? But I'm having fun with that Bloodborne playthrough. I finally got my weapon kind of up and running. which I am enjoying. Although I don't know about disappointed. Uh, Plus trophy, yeah, it's a good, it's good to get trophies. I am a little, I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but like mixed on the weapon I'm using. It's a katana. It's really cool. But because of the way it functions, it's hard to use. Um, so in its main, like, so the thing about the Bloodborne weapons that they trick, right? You press a button and they, a lot of them like transform into like a totally new thing. Um, or like they apply like a buff or like change something about themselves. So this, fuck me. I keep thinking I have a fucking hornet cloak float. Um, the way the katana works is that when you press the trick button, you coat it in your blood. It becomes like your blood infused katana, and it slowly drains away your health, just like while you have it in the tricked form. But also, it applies like rapid poison, which is like a status ailment. Um, the move set is more or less the same. It's maybe a little bit different. Um, but it's pretty similar otherwise. Um, but the way it works is that in its normal form, all of any damage you do comes off of the level of your skill stat, which is like this game's dexterity, um, which makes sense for a katana. Um, but when you transform it, it stops doing damage based on your skill stat and starts doing damage based on your blood tinge stat, which is not a typical, not a very common stat to level or invest in, unless you're using a very specific weapon like this. Otherwise, it kind of buffs like all of your guns, your sidearms, which you don't typically use for damage. Um, because does that say ×3 fidget? Well, I gotta buy that. Um, we gotta buy that. And it's only 20 grand. Um, so it's not a very commonly leveled stat. So the awkward thing about it is that like if I switch to this other mode of dealing damage,
Your turn.
um,
Thank you.
this mode that like hurts me while I'm doing it, um, but is otherwise like the same basic move set. And the only really difference is that it can apply this rapid poison status effect. Um, uh, like, uh, I'll let them talk while I think about what I want to say.
There was a road here. I remember it. Before that day.
Yes, Will. Yes. A road. It seems like we've reached plot. Human centipede. So the shitty thing is, like, right now my skill and my blood tinge I think are both like 21 or 22. 21. Which means like I go from one form to the other and they're doing about the same amount of damage as each other.
Look, up ahead. A village.
But like it kind of feels like I have to level up both. Like if you invest into one of the two stats like heavily, right, then like one of your two forms is gonna do a shitload of damage. Um, but then you can only use that form, and it's like, okay, well if I level up skill, I'm just using a katana in Bloodborne, and like it's fun, it's nice. Um, but then if I like, okay, I'm not gonna level up Blood Tinge anymore. If I switch to that, I'm just going to be doing less damage because my Blood Tinge stat isn't as high. Um, or if I go all in on Blood Tinge, it's like, okay, cool, I'm doing a lot of damage, in this state that is also perpetually, killing me. It ticks off like 5% of your health or something every like tick. Maybe it's not that much. Um, or I could go back to the normal form and be doing way less damage. So I don't know. It just kind of creates this weird where I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do Chikage. Like, I don't know what you want me to level up. I guess I'm just gonna keep leveling up both because I don't want one form to just be drastically better than the other, thus making the other kind of pointless. But I'm still having fun with it. It's a fun weapon. Um, it's a katana. It's cool.
All the way up here? Do you think it's that Moonblood camp Kane was talking about?
No, it's something else. It's... enough talking. Let's get up there.
I am still rocking the threaded cane as my kind of secondary weapon. No, children lived here.
Halt! What? No. Impossible! Cassius!
Who?
What did you call me? Who are you? What are you doing in this place?
Look at this guy shuffling. It's not a big evil wheel, though. That is true. So I don't know. It's not like my new favorite Bloodborne weapon, is all.
You were dead! No, this is not possible. I don't know what demon you are, but you will not step any closer. Kill this thing!
Wow. Oh, fuck! Guys? We got guys? Fidget build! Haha. But I am still rocking the threaded cane on the side, which is fun. That's more of my crowd control weapon. Fortunately for them, I have 40 chickens in my pocket. Fidget build also.
Why destroy such a peaceful place? We didn't want any of this.
Dust, what are you talking about? And who's Cassius? That's not...
It's not my name. I'd remember it. I'd know it when I heard it.
November. Have you figured out the plot yet? I say at the end of the game. Didn't I want to make something? Need 6 of these? A little more defense. And 2 more points of regen. Are you like Cassius Roxas? Yeah. Yeah. Is this better? Ooh, a frozen blade, raw. I'm out of money, unfortunate. Foul rig of devastation. Put that on. Put that on. Look at us! Look at us! Almost 4,000 fidget! Look at our fidget stat! The power! The power of the fidget build! Cower! Cower before me! As I shoot out like 6 kind of strong little water drops. Fidget build! Ah, Zeplich Village. I'm sure no war were waged here.
Looks like this place has been destroyed for quite some time.
A year, actually.
Huh? How do you know that?
This was Ginger's village. I was here 1 year ago. According to Fuse, according to Ginger, I helped murder everyone in this village.
No.
Oh, Dust.
But I don't remember any of it. I remember this place, but it feels like it's been more than a year. Ara, what does it mean?
It only means that things are not as they seem. Explore the village further, Dust. Let us see what secrets it hides.
November.
This house.
Do you remember something, Dust?
This isn't possible.
I mean, I guess I'll go in. Anybody home?
Dust,
How?
do you see now?
But how, Ara? I don't understand.
The answers lie above, Dust.
I remember the broad strokes of this game's plot, but I don't remember a lot specifically. Yo, cutscenes.
Ginger. She was sleeping right here. On the night I came to say goodbye. But I hesitated. I didn't want to wake her.
Aww.
Didn't want her to worry about me. She couldn't know what I was about to do.
Dust, what are you saying?
She couldn't know that I was about to go avenge our parents.
Us.
You mean you're... But how? What's going on here?
I remember now. But how? How can I have helped destroy this village, but be a victim of that same act? That's impossible.
Only impossible for a creature with a single soul.
Ginger.
Those eyes. I know those eyes.
So, Mithrarin, you finally see the truth.
Who are you?
I am Elder Grey Eyes, leader of the Moonblood people. Well, what's left of them, that is.
What did you mean just then? That I can finally see the truth? What do you know about me?
His eyes, Elder. They're Jin's eyes.
They do look remarkably similar to your brother's, yes. That is because his soul lives on within Dust.
What?
However, to suit our needs, we required two souls. The soul of innocence is a noble thing, but without skill, without power, Dust would have been struck down just as easily as your brother was on that fated day.
No.
So we combined your brother's soul with that of his murderer, the royal assassin known as Cassius.
Raw.
They perished at the same time, forever entwined. Never before had I heard of such an event.
We're two people. We're good and bad.
You murderer! My parents did nothing wrong! You have been deceived, little one. Your parents turned against their king, an act of pure treason. What resistance there was led by your family alone. You destroyed my village, murdered my friends and family. You will not survive this day! I take no joy in slaughtering one as young as you, child. But you have forced my hand.
Raw.
A grave injustice was done that day. Cassius murdered a defenseless Jinn, but his pride and arrogance proved to be his
I don't know
undoing.
about defenseless. He had that knife.
But how? How can this thing be my brother?
It's not possible. I couldn't even remember you when we met.
You are Jinn, yes, but you are also Cassius. Two souls, forever at odds. One of innocence, one of power. Together you form the one we call Mithrarin, he who is born of the dust.
Point. Kinda. Not at all, really. They just said dust.
I never knew what happened. Jin just disappeared one night. I had always hoped he would turn up alive someday.
So you're saying me and you probably never gonna work out, huh? That's a bummer.
That he would come back. But could you really be him?
Ginger, I don't know. I don't know.
Now, Dust, I imagine you have many questions. Please, do not hesitate to ask
Yeah,
them.
when it turns out she's your sister, kinda.
Who, or I guess, what am I?
You are what my people call Sen Mithrarin, he who is born of the dust, created from the essence of the life thread itself.
Mm.
You see, my people have been on the verge of extinction for a great many years. General Gaius planned to eradicate us once and for all, and while our warriors are proud and strong, what chance would we have against such a powerful foe?
I forgot about the brother aspect of this. I definitely remembered like, okay, well, like clearly we were the emperor's like guy.
To defeat General Gaius and save our people, we would need a warrior capable of standing against an entire army. This warrior would also need to be pure of heart, incorruptible.
So you couldn't just like train me?
So that's why you picked Cassius and Jin. Just like you said, opposites.
Exactly. Cassius is one of the greatest warriors this world has ever seen, and Jin's purity of heart would help guide our warrior to save our kind. From their fallen souls, you were born. Born to save us. To save this world.
It's neither positive nor negative, but this game has a very Tumblr aesthetic sensibility. Interesting in terms of voicing, writing. I believe it. Not one to. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on Tumblr, so I don't know if I necessarily understand what you mean, but I think I understand what you mean. I mean, it's very, this guy's, first game, the writing is, it's not world class. It's, very, very amateurish. That makes it sound more harsh, but, it's very, juvenile. No, that also doesn't sound good.
Why did
It's
I
the very
not
first
remember
attempt.
now? I didn't even recognize Ginger when I met her.
Well, Sizz, you are a straight man. It's true. I am a straight man. I'm not the Tumblr target audience.
You may possess the souls of two separate beings, but your body and mind are your own. You were created
Oh, so
to
maybe
save
then,
this
maybe me
world,
and Ginger.
so we felt giving you memories of either soul would simply distract you from the task at hand.
I had no idea who I was, what my purpose was.
You say that, but in all cases you did exactly what we intended you to do. You saved complete strangers outside of Aurora Village. You stopped our wayward brother Fuse from destroying all that we sought to save. You saved Mudpot and brought the waters of life back into this land. You purged a demonic rage from this land and even helped two old souls find peace once more. You may not have known your purpose, but that did not stop you from fulfilling it.
And now I'm here.
Yes, now you are here, and we can finish this fight once and for all.
Who was Fuse? He said he was a Moonblood, but he looks nothing like you.
Fuse. He was once a fine warrior, and a close friend of Ginger's family. He would help transport goods between this village and our camp.
Oh, that's nice.
After the village was destroyed, I guess he lost his mind.
No.
He was horribly disfigured after the attack. The only way he could survive was in a special suit of magical armor that I helped to construct. He demanded we attack General Gaius right away, but I would not hear any of it. He would have killed us all in the name of vengeance. We would not have stood a chance. When I refused to send our warriors into battle, He called me a coward and vowed that he would destroy Gaius with or without my help. I fear the very armor we made to save his life had corrupted his mind and body beyond repair.
Poor guy. If only we could have gotten through to him somehow.
No, you're right to kill him. If he had remained alive, there's no telling what damage he could have done.
Ginger is right. Fuse was beyond saving. For all our sakes, I hope the same is not true of the world he sought to protect.
How does the Blade of Ara fit into all this? What is it exactly?
It is one of the 5 blades of Elysium.
Raw.
Ancient weapons forged when our kind were many, and the way of the flameless light was commonplace.
This is like this text box right here is like all of Immortals of Avium. Like the entire plot of that game is like right in this text box, basically.
Wait. What the heck is the way of the flameless light?
A path we Moonbloods continue to follow. It is a way of living, a way of thought, that allows us to make use of a power both old and great. Magic without magic.
This is also Immortals of Avium.
I am so confused.
Surely, as Nimbat Sword Guardian, you've studied the ancient doctrines. You must know, in the event that the sword is summoned by its rightful owner, you are obligated to follow.
She wasn't doing shit. She was eating snacks. Look at those thighs. Come on, we know those aren't we know that's not normal.
I may have skipped over that chapter?
You haven't answered my question.
The blades of Elysium were created to guide their sword-bearers, Dust. I was summoned to your side to ensure a balance was maintained between the souls within you.
Ah, my old friend. It is good to hear your voice once more.
You know this fool?
It has been a long time, Master.
Raw.
Wait just a second. How can you possibly know each other?
Anybody
My
want to fuck her
parents
yet? Check
been
in.
sword hidden for over 200 years.
Master Grey Eyes has lived for a very long time, Fidget. Longer than any of you.
If you had new to the channel required viewing, what games would be up there? That's a beautiful question. I feel like Immortals of Avium is in there. I would say, first and foremost, the number one thing you should watch. Oops, I just kicked my Switch. It's fine. We're okay. I would say the number one thing you should watch is 13 Sentinels. You could watch anything that happened before that, but anything that happens after that is going to make a lot more sense.
So you were sent to keep an eye on me?
Including Immortals of Avium.
To help you reach your true potential. Nothing more.
I have no more questions. What now?
You must join us in the Moonblood camp to the north in the Everdawn Basin.
That isn't anywhere near the Everdawn volcanoes, is it?
They are one and the same, yes?
Ah, nuts.
Well, that's fantastic.
Volcanoes?
Indeed. What a better place to hide than in the most volatile land in all the kingdom?
Oh, I know. How about a peaceful meadow? Or a quiet forest? Or someplace that doesn't explode every 10 minutes?
Dust, your friend seems awfully tense.
Yeah, she's like that. It's fine. Do you want to fuck her, Ginger?
No, I'm fine. Come on, let's go to the Blowy Up Mountains. Really, I'm serious.
Fidget, you need to have more faith in me.
I'll have faith in you when you have faith in yourself. How about it, huh? Who are you? Really?
Oh, interesting. I am the soul of the innocent tempered with justice. I am Jin. I am a soul of power tempered with vengeance. I am Cassius. I'm just gonna go. I am me. Me am I am Dust.
You see? You still haven't figured
Ah,
it out
nuts.
yet. Lizard guy tells you right to your face, and you still don't know.
Fidget, please calm down. You mustn't test your friend like this.
I just... follow you to the literal end of this world, I need to know who I'm following and why.
Fidget, we can't be doing a no Fidget arc. You are my build.
I understand, Fidget. You're right. I can't ask you to follow me.
But I can. Fidget, you have stood by Dust's side for this entire journey. You have watched him save this world. How can you continue to doubt?
I just don't get it. It doesn't matter who he thinks he is. He's Dust. That's who he is. That's who I know.
That's what I picked, but you didn't let me,
Fidget, please. I can't do this without you.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, blush. Have you looked at my skill build? I'm Fidget build, Fidget.
I said I can't do this without you.
Literally Fidget build.
I'm sorry. Nobody's ever said that to me before.
Oh, blush.
And it won't be the last time, I assure you.
Are you ready, Mithrarin?
I am.
Then we will meet you in the Everdawn Basin.
Goodbye, Dust. We'll see you there.
Later, Ginge. Hooray! Big plot. Let's get the hell out of here. Whee! I guess there's no chapter
General
boss.
Gaius?
What news, Commander?
I did not want to believe it, but Cassius is working with the Moonbloods. He has turned against us.
That will be for me to decide. Our paths will cross at the Moonblood camp. Of that I am certain. I will speak with him personally.
Is that wise?
Our victory is all but assured, Commander. We outnumber them 10 to 1. We possess superior technology, and we have the element of surprise.
It also seems like they are already in the volcano fire zone.
But why welcome this rogue element? He has already slain your own soldiers. What more proof do you need that he is a traitor to our cause?
Cassius is hardly a rogue element, Commander. The Moonbloods have corrupted his mind, forced him to commit these acts against us. Once I can speak with him, once he remembers who he really is, I'm certain he will return to us.
But... Yes, sir. As you wish.
Cassius, my old friend, so long as you draw breath, I will do what I can to save your broken mind. I promise.
All right, Everdawn Basin. And it's actually it's kind of interesting actually to have like this kind of idea of I'll save you from this corrupted evil force coming from the villain of the game. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's a little bit that's a little bit different. But I think we're gonna call it a stream there. I think we'll definitely be able to finish this up next time. Yeah, I don't know, Fidget. Have you literally seen Fidget build here? Look, Fidget. Look at my stats. I almost have 4,000 points in you. Yeah, this is a good place to stop. If I go any further, I feel like next week's stream will be really short. I don't know, what other streams? I mean, 13 Sentinels, I would definitely say, is a very good one. Fire Emblem 7 is what I currently have rated as my favorite stream playthrough. That's another really good, solid one. Lots of funny stuff in there. Let's see. I am also really fond of my Paper Mario playthrough. Oh yeah, I can double jump. That's another high-ranking one. Yeah, I mean the Ace Attorneys, that is, that's an anthology, for sure. Those are all very important, especially, to each other. Let's see, anything else that I can kind of quickly think of? I mean, Earthbound is another really good one. I mean, if you know Final Fantasy IX and you want to see like a cool mod of it, the Final Fantasy IX is a fun one. I think. Super Mario Bros. 3, yeah, it displays so much of his nature. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think SWAT 4 is also a pretty low key good one to watch. I think that one's also really fun. Paper Mario is also good because it really does highlight the brain rot mentality that I'm known for, where everything is One Piece or Kingdom Hearts. That's another reason to watch that. But also, I'm just really proud of that one. I really enjoyed playing that. I felt like I played that really well. It was my first time, and I felt like I don't know, I felt like I just played the game well. Which is a part of why I am so fond of it. I think those are the big ones. I mean, 13 Sentinels, I think is definitely the one. If you're like, what should I watch to get to know Sizz? It's 13 Sentinels. I think that's a really good one. It's a lengthy one, but also that game fucking cranks. 13 Sentinels fucking rules. It's a really, really good video game. And if you do know about it, then it'll be fun. It would be fun to like see another person's playthrough and like see their theories and how they think about it. But if you don't know it, it's also just really fun because then you get to kind of learn and follow along with the big mystery alongside me, which I think is also fun. No, not world map. A little bit of a rocky start with the. Let's see our achievements here. Oh look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've seen all of the trials now, and we got 3 stars in all of them, but except for the one where we got 4. We're almost done. We will definitely. But I definitely want to like clear all the maps and get all the guys. So we'll definitely be doing that. But that's gonna be it for me here tonight. I want to thank Comb for the big pre-stream raid. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'll be back next Tuesday, February 3rd. It'll be February. Remember, we're starting over. We're gonna do it right in February. In the brew in February. So I'll be back next Tuesday with more Ace Attorney, and next Wednesday with the Dust and Elysian Tale finale. I guess I should start thinking about what I'm gonna play next. Oh, am I back? Am I back? Internet died right at the end. Fuck me, I guess. She's singing. Hey, I just saw Meech went live. You guys want to raid Meech? Let's raid Meech. He's playing Blueprints. We're gonna raid Meech. Slash raid. I don't even know how to do this. I'd never raid. There we go. Alright, we're gonna raid Meech. No raid message. Bye-bye! Mwah!